Meanwhile, Peter tries to learn more about Eric's murder.
Thanks for the flowers. It was nice.
It's my pleasure.
Are you sure you want to hear this?
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, go on. It's turning me on.
Well, we were, you know. You
smell something?
Oh my God! Eric, be careful!
Mom! Dad!
Eric saved me, but he didn't get out. I don't know. I mean, I don't really remember. I hit my head. That's when I saw him. It's almost like a bad dream, you know?
No, a bad movie.
I think I know what's going on.
Out.
Oh no, I'm hearing that.
Yeah, you remember me. We've been friends for a long time. You go first.
Curses! Blinded by Cannon's overly bright camera flash. Now it's time for a stupid tax-on car chase scene.
Watch out!
Eric's outdoor phantom costume looks very ridiculous. Look how hip and streetwise he is. Yo! Our heroes finally realise that Eric may not be dead, about an hour after the audience have figured it out. So to make double, they decide to exhume Eric's coffin, because nothing spells romance like a bit of midnight grave robbing. How long would it have taken him to dig such a ginormous hole?
I knew it. That was Eric tonight.
Oh, if you already knew it, you could have saved me some serious digging work. It's time for the final confrontation. It looks like all that high kick training paid off. I'm amazed that for this final confrontation with the man who ruined his life, Eric chooses unarmed combat over, a crossbow. Wouldn't that have been a bit easier? Anyway, after this, he takes Melody to his underground lair.
I'm sorry about the way I look.
Obviously, being burned in a fire makes you talk like Christian Bale in Batman.
You were watching over me.
Nobody will ever hurt you, Melody. Nobody. I won't allow it.
Actually, he talks like me if I whisper. Meanwhile, the rest of the Scooby-Doo gang are trying to rescue Melody. Does that say Acme Security Systems? What is this, a Roadrunner cartoon? Gotta get me a piece of that ass.
Glad that's over.
I'm not.
God's obviously deaf as well as stupid.
It's him, isn't it? Isn't it? Remember when we were kids? Remember that? And we vowed that we would always be together, that we would never let anything tear us apart. Well, I respected that vow.
I'm sorry, Eric. Things have changed.
You're freaking ugly now, for one thing. That's the trouble with these modern versions of Phantom. It never really explains why the scarred individual didn't go to hospital for treatment. To add to the fun, Eric sets a bomb in the mall, complete with a countdown timer, because all bombs have that, right? Peter comes to the rescue and fights Eric.
No! No, Eric! I love him!
Does this scene remind remind you of the half-assed sword fight in the musical version?
No, leave him. I love him.
Oh, let it be war upon you both. Hey, that's cheating. That's so mean. He's been waiting all this time for the love of his life, and now she wants to run off with some guy she just met yesterday. And then she leaves him to burn to death. Nice character, this girl.
There's a bomb.
Yes, mayors do tend to carry guns in their dresses for big public occasions, in front of all their invited guests.
Posner was supposed to take care of this earlier today. Of course, he botched it. You and Posner? Why? Because I'm a major stockholder in this mall. That means major profits. This is my ticket out of here.
And I'd have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. This is becoming more and more like Scooby-Doo with every minute.
Oh, come on. You're gonna have to do better than that.
Nice slow motion death plunge. Eric wins. Fatality.
Look what you did to me. Look what you did to me.
We can work this out. I have a lot of money, Eric. Eric, I'm really sorry. Look, I may have made some mistakes. I said some bad things. I'll eat my words.
Eat this.
Obviously, this mall also sells fully fueled flamethrowers. Oh well, at least we finally get a movie when the person responsible for the Phantom's burned face gets burned himself. Ooh, nice form. Shame about the landing. You may have to settle for the bronze.
Hop on, this place is gonna blow any second. Get in here.
Could you have said that with any less urgency? So all our heroes escape on the back bike in a nick of time, and Eric gets blown to smithereens. Or does he?
Looks like Eric got what he wanted.
Yeah? I did better than that. I got you.
Oh, sorry about the death of your ex-boyfriend, by the way. Now here, I was actually genuinely waiting for his eyes to pop open, ready for a sequel. Who said this movie was predictable? Incidentally, I often like to look on the Internet Movie Database to see if any of the stars of these terrible movies went on to do anything better with their lives, or if the movie sank their career. Interestingly, Derek Rydell, the guy who played Eric, went on to play in a movie called Popcorn, which I understand is another Phantom rip-off set in the cinema, which I must admit I haven't seen yet. But he also went on to become the writer for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, is that a good thing or a bad thing? You decide.
Is there a phantom in the mall? Folks about to ask. Is he the phantom of the mall? Or just some retard in a broken hockey mask?
This is a jolly cheerful piece of end credits music to follow these tragic events. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen another Phantom movie where they actually give him a catchy theme song. Okay, all together now. Is there a phantom in the mall? Folks are bound to ask. Is he the phantom of the mall? Or just some retard in a broken hockey mask? How many songs do you know that feature the word retard in a broken hockey mask? In fact, he doesn't even wear a broken hockey mask. Oh, what the hell, forget it. Stay tuned for my next review, which I promise is one that a lot of people have been asking for.